Listen close. Silence ain't quiet. It's a monster with patience. I hear the silence creeping in like it's got a motive, pressing on my chest like a weight I never noticed. Shadows on a wall, breathe slow like the focus, watching every move while my heartbeat explodes. Every quiet minute feels sharp like glass, cutting through the memories I try to outlast. Trauma in my blood, teaching lessons from the past, but the pain talk louder when the thoughts move fast. Moments where the word outside feel calm, but inside I'm a battlefield covered in alarm. Every whisper in the dark repeat like a psalm. Silence got a voice and it ain't never been one. When silence starts to scream, it tears right through the seams. A war inside my mind, where nothing's what it seems. When silence starts to scream, it echoes in my dreams. How do I fight a ghost that knows just where I bleed? Look, I've been trying to medicate the panic I've been living with, but silence always dragged me to the edge, I ain't forgiving it. Mind running laps around my fears like it's unlimited. Voices overlapping till the logic gone primitive. Heartbeat stutter like a drum with a glitch. Thoughts flip quick like a blade when it switch. Every quiet second got a blade in the pitch. It ain't the noise, it's the void that's the son of wait. Silence pull over the grin too wide. Slow walk to me, let the truth hide. Ain't no sport in the war that's fought inside, but I fight with the fire that I keep denied. Breath cut short like a cord on a violin. Thoughts break in like a thief that's trying to win. Silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. Silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. No, silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. Yeah. When silence starts to scream, it tears right through the seams. A war inside my mind, when nothing's what it seems. When silence starts to scream, it echoes in my dreams. How do I fight a ghost that knows just where I bleed? I ain't afraid of noise. Noise tells the truth. But silence is a lie with perfect aim. It waits, stares, listens, and hits you right when your guard drops. The loudest pain is the one nobody else hears. I've been wrestling myself in a cage of doubt, trying to quiet the voices that wanna break out. I slam the door shut but they claw, no drought. Turning every quiet second to a nuclear bout. Trying to breathe but the air feel thin, like the room shrinks small and the walls close in. If the silence got a face, it's wearing my grin, cause the enemy I fear is the one within. But listen, I ain't built to fold, I'm built to evolve. Even if the silence never wanna dissolve. If my mind is a puzzle that I can't solve, then I'll burn through the pieces until they fall. I won't cave to a war that lives in the unseen. I'll fight back louder than the fear in between. If silence wanna scream, then I'll answer obscene, cause I'm done being haunted by a ghost routine. When silence starts to scream, I'll rise above the scene. A kingdom made of scars ain't as fragile as it seems. When silence starts to scream, I break out clean. If darkness wants my soul, it's gotta go through me. So scream. I'm not scared of quiet anymore. Yeah. Ain't nobody wanna go down here, but I've been living in this place for years. If you hear something speaking back, just know those voices ain't mine. Not all of them. Yeah. I've been locked in the cellar underneath my skin, where the walls got names of the places I've been. Every step I retrace feel like stepping back in to the trauma that shaped every version within. Shadow sitting in the corner whisper, remember what you buried, but the memories get louder. Every time my pulse gets heavy, I got thoughts that claw at the inside walls, and they rise each time that my ego falls. And I swear I've been hearing them shout through the halls like a courtroom full of versions that wanna take charge. One says run, one says fight, one says break, one says right, one says give up, your soul ain't right, and another says stand up, this ain't your night. I've been battling myself like a civil war, trying to close one wound but I open more. Every truth I faced left a crack in the floor, till I fell straight down to the cellar door. I hear voices in the cellar underneath my pain, where the echoes of my fears try to carve my name. I've been wrestling with the shadows that I can't contain, but I rise from the dark where the lost remain. Voices in the cellar calling out my shame, try to break me down but I broke their chains. If the night speaks loud then I do the same. I turn my demons to the same.
Look, I don't trust my reflection, it's a crooked liar. Every smile on his face, got a hint of fire. It been hiding my guilt like a pocket of wires, trying to spark old pain just to reignite, burn his eyes. I've been running from the voice that I knew too well, the one that told me I was worthless, destined to fail. But when you talk to yourself in a personal hell, every whisper can turn to a scream if you dwell. I got monsters that mimic my heartbeat rhythm, got a version of me that I locked in the system, but he chewed through the chains like he grew with wisdom. Now he standing behind me with a fatal vision. He said, you ain't nothing but the cracks you hide. You ain't strength, you the pain you deny. You ain't progress, you the fear inside. You ain't truth, you just learn how to lie. But I snapped back quick with a tongue like a blade. Told him every scar earned was a debt I paid. If the darkness made me, then I ain't afraid. I'll burn down the cellar that the voices made. I hear voices in the cellar underneath my pain, where the echoes of my fears try to carve my name. I've been wrestling with the shadows that I can't contain, but I rise from the dark where the lost remain. Voices in the cellar calling out my shame, try to break me down, but I broke their chains. If the night speaks loud, then I do the same. I turn my demon into flame. You ever talk to yourself and hear someone else answer? You ever run from a thought just to meet a darker version after? I've been praying for peace, but chaos wrote my chapter. Still, even in the noise, I choose my voice. Yeah, I let the rhythm cut deep with a razor tongue. Every bar I sack fears I've been running from. If the cellar got ghosts, let them all succumb to the fire in my lungs when the war drums drum. I'm a paradox built from the parts I hate. I'm the silence that speaks when the doubts vibrate. I'm the version of me that refused my fate. Now I stand at the door that the shadows gate. I don't need validation from the voices in the pit. I don't know them explanations for the pain I commit. If the darkness taught lessons, then I honor every bit, cause the broken version birthed a fighter in the script. So I rise with a force that the fear can't shake, pushing through the past where the weak parts break. If the voices still call, let the whole room quake, cause I walk through hell for my own mind's sake. I hear voices in the cellar underneath my pain, where the echoes of my fears try to call my name. I've been wrestling with the shadows that I can't contain, but I rise from the dark where the lost remain. Voices in the cellar calling out my shame, try to break me down, but I broke their chains. If the night speaks loud, then I do the same. I turn my demons into flame. Not every voice is mine, but every choice is. The cellar don't own me, not anymore.
Yeah, every king bleeds someday. Some thrones they made of gold, they made of the echoes you try to outrun. Let's talk about it.
I sit on a throne of broken echoes, voices in the dark still follow where my steps go. Crown heavy on my head but my soul stay hollow, trying to lead the world but my shadow won't follow. I sit on a throne of broken echoes, each scar I carry is a story I don't let go. If pain made kings, I'd be ruler of the death row, but even kings fall when the past says hello. Born from the concrete, raised in the smoke, saw friends turn ghosts, saw dreams get choked. Mama told me, son, the crown ain't a joke, but nobody told me royalty breaks when you're broke. Grew up learning life from the corner, profits, pain in their pockets, truth in their optics. Every lesson carved deep into my conscience, turn my heart deep into wartime drum kits. They told me power only comes to the vicious, but I learned real quick, it's a curse with interest. Every victory taxed by the dead in the distance, every prayer drowned in the blood of persistence. Still I stand, king of the ruins I inherited, built from the cries no kingdom could edit it. If fate was a throne, then pain is the predicate, and now we're both even when I wasn't credited. You hear that? Those echoes ain't from the past, they from the choices I never aware. I see those echoes ain't from the past, they from the choices I never outran. Like I sit on a throne of broken echoes, voices in the dark still follow where my steps go. Crown heavy on my head but my soul stay hollow, trying to lead the world but my shadow won't follow. I
sit on a throne of broken echoes. Each scar I carry is a story I don't let go. If pain made kings, I'd be ruler of the death row. But even kings fall when the past says hello. Yeah, I rose from the fire with the flame still biting. Mind full of riots that my demons keep igniting. Trying to keep calm, but my pulse stay fighting. War on the inside, my ribs are the lightning. I got enemies wearing my reflections. Face traumas on replay, looping like a mixtape. People want the crown, but ignore what it takes. A throne built on heartbreak, bones, and mistakes. I walked through the noise where the pain got louder. Swam through the guilt, every tear like powder. The world only loves you when you climb that tower, but they vanish when the rain, it's harder than a shower. Success gets lonely when the throne ain't stable. Loyalty's a myth when the hunger turns fatal. All these fake kings playing games at the table, but I'm the only one bleeding in the fable. I sit on a throne and broken echoes. Every step I take shakes halls where regrets roam. Crown heavy on my heart, but I still stand solo. Trying to leave the pain, but the past says don't go. I sit on a throne and broken echoes. Every wound I got is the truth I never outgrow. The storms make kings, I be ruler of the death row. But even kings crack when the thunder says hello. Every cry I try to mute, still breathing. Every last swallow keeps feeding. Every scar earned, still bleeding. But the throne don't fall, cause the king keeps leading. Look, look. Royalty ain't diamonds, it's surviving the pressure. Standing in the dark while you carving your treasure. Carrying the pain like a lifetime lecture. Learning that the truth cuts deep beyond measure. Every crown comes with ghosts in the metal. Whispers in the dark, pulling strings like they special. But I learned something pain could never settle. A king ain't defined by the wars he wrestles. It's the courage to rise when the world says never. I ain't perfect, but I'm built for redemption. My life's a scripture with fractured sections. Yet every broken echo turn into a lesson. Every downfall turn into my resurrection. I sit on a throne of broken echoes, but I rise every time the darkness says let go. Crown carved from the pain that shaped my soul. Though a king made of scars never breaks, I reload. I sit on a throne of broken echoes, and I carry every story like a medal. I don't show if trials make kings, then I'm legend in death row. And even when I fall, my throne still echo. Close your eyes. Step in. This room don't let anybody leave. Not even you. I woke up in a room with no doors, just walls. Concrete heartbeat, echo when the nightmares crawl. Every shadow in the corner whisper names I forgot. Every secret that I buried trying to drag me to rot. Voices stalk me like wolves that can smell my doubt. Circling slow while they pick every weakness out. I keep yelling for God, but he's stuck on mute. Or maybe he's waiting to see what I'll do. My past walk around like it's wearing my skin, watching me panic like it's trying to win. I run in circles, but the walls cave in. Yeah, the mind is a prison you can't outrun from within. I'm trapped in a room with no doors, fighting thoughts that don't play fair anymore. Every breath feel heavy like a lost war. Tell me what's freedom if your mind stays torn. I'm stuck in a room with no doors, but I ain't laying on the floor. I'm searching for a crack in the core, cause I ain't dying in a room with no door. Look, pace in the dark like a beast in a cage. I got panic in my lungs and regret on my face. Every choice that I made feel like part of the maze, and the exits disappear every time I engage. I've been battling illusions that impersonate friends. Every thought shape shift when the fear sets in. Overthink till the logic ain't making no sense, and the truth bent up like a sign in the wind. My mind glitch out like a file corrupted. Good thoughts die quick, bad ones erupted. I don't trust anything, no path, no compass, cause the moment I relax, the anxiety hunts us. Trying to meditate, nah, thoughts ride instead. They break down walls just to mess with my head, and every step forward feel painted in red. This room ain't real, but the terror is bred. Trapped in a room with no doors, fighting thoughts that don't play fair anymore. Every breath feel heavy like a lost war. Tell me what's freedom if your mind stays torn. I'm stuck in a room with no doors, stuck with no doors, but I ain't laying on the floor. I'm searching for a crack in the core, crack in the core. I ain't dying in a room with no door. Sometimes the prison we fear ain't built by the world outside. It's crafted by the choices we refuse to face. You can walk through a wall once you know what it's made of. Pain, fear, or truth you keep avoiding. Find the material, break the spell. I've been learning how to map every crack in my brain, every corner of the trauma that I locked in chains. If the room got no doors, then I call my own frame. If the fear won't die, then I starve its flame. Ain't no shame in the war, when the battleground's mental. When you fight with the blade, or what's been sentimental. You ain't weak cause you run, just human essential. But you win when you walk back and face what's dreadful. So I plant my feet down, let the echoes rage. Let the past scream loud from its rusted cage. I ain't breaking from fear, I'm breaking the stage. I'm rewriting the room on a brand new page. I was trapped in a room with no doors, fighting thoughts that ain't mine anymore. Every breath felt heavy like a lost war, but I found freedom when I faced what tore. Yeah, this room had no doors, but I carved one from the core. I ain't running from the mind I wore. I'm walking out of a room with no doors. The walls weren't real. The fear was. But so am I. Yeah. Yeah.
I got out, but the room followed me. Some prisons don't need walls, they just need memory.
Yeah, I stepped out the box, but the box stepped with me. Trauma like a shadow to copy ever history. I ran from the silence, but it chased instinctively like pain. Got GPS locked in my misery. The hallways banned like the truth I resisted. Every door vanished when the fears get twisted. Hope feel distant, faith unlisted. Even when I breathe, anxiety persists. I ain't tryna play hero in a war with my mind, but I'm tired of the dark, always dragging behind. If the room got no doors, I redraw the design, rebuild the blueprint that they said decline. Sometimes healing ain't soft, it's rage on a leash. It's fighting every demon till the voices cease. It's knowing your reflection ain't aiming for peace, but you stand your ground till the echoes release.
I broke out the room with no doors, but it haunts me like before. Every battle I escaped, got another at the core. I broke out the room with no doors, but the war became a lore. Story written on my scars that I can't ignore.
Look, I ain't tryna be poetic when a panic attack. It pull up out of nowhere like it's planned to attack. I've been running from the pain, but it ran right back. Stepping in my heels like a wolf in the black. Mind glitched out like a TV with static. Every thought problematic, automatic, traumatic. If fear was a drug, then I'm borderline addict. Tryna detox doubt when the flashbacks manic. Got a map of my trauma tattooed in my chest. Got war in my veins that don't let me rest. Got a voice in my head tryna claim it knows best, telling me I'll never outrun all the stress. But I got a new plan called break the loop. When the thoughts swing back, I refuse to stoop. If the past wanna fight, then I'll regroup. Turn fear to a weapon and rebuild my roots.
I broke out the room with no doors, but it haunts me like before. Every battle I escaped, got another at the core. I broke out the room with no doors, but the war became a lore. Story written on my scars that I can't ignore. I broke out the room with no doors, but it haunts me like before. Every battle I escaped, got another at the core. I broke out the room with no doors, but the war became a lore. Story written on my scars. Healing ain't straight lines, it's a loop, a storm, a mirror you don't wanna face. But sometimes the only escape is learning to walk through the walls you thought were solid. If the world won't open the door for you, you carve your own, bleeding, shaking, but carving anyway.
I ain't pretending the nightmares ain't heavy, but every time they hit, my resolve gets steady. Fear throw punches, but I swing back ready, cause I'm tired of carrying ghosts that ain't deadly. If the room follow me, let it witness my rise. Let it watch every tear dry under my eyes. Let it see the truth sharp and with courage lies. I ain't built for defeat, I was forged to revise. I'm rewriting my scars like chapters reborn, turning every broken echo into something transformed. If silence wanna scream, let it rage till it's torn. I survived every storm that my mind ever formed, so I walk through fear like a king through rain. No chains, no shame, no echo I claim. If the room got no doors, then I break the frame. I ain't trapped anymore, I'm the architect of pain.
Room with no doors, but the shadows wanted more. Till I learned the truth inside of what I'm fighting for. I broke out the room with no doors, now my soul's restored. If the past comes knocking, I ain't answering no more. The room didn't vanish, it did our doors. Room didn't vanish, it did our doors. Room didn't vanish, it did our doors. The room didn't vanish, I outgrew it. Didn't vanish, I outgrew it. Yeah, I've been locked inside a place nobody sees. The walls ain't brick, they breathe. If you listen closer, hear them talk back. Yeah.
I ain't trapped in a room, I'm trapped in a thought where every memory's a weapon and every lesson was bought. People tell me just breathe like it ain't something I fought. Man, I've been drowning in my mind since the day I was taught that loyalty breaks, friends fade, and love rides quick. That every smile got a blade hidden behind that shit. I carry trauma like luggage that never leaves the trip. Try to drop it on the road, but it clings to my grip. I've seen angels turn their backs when the night grew cold. Demons waiting in the hallway trying to buy my soul. They bargain cheap, but the price is always my control. And I'm tired of signing deals I never wrote in the scroll. I've been locked inside the prison in my soul, where the silence screams and the shadows never go. Every chain I break makes another one grow. I'm a war zone walking with a heartbeat full of smoke. Yeah, the prison in my skull. And every day I'm digging tunnels no one knows, but every wall I run into feels like home. I guess I'm living in a prison in my skull. Yeah, the prison in my skull. Look, I don't need your opinions, I don't need your permission, cause I've been fighting with myself since I made my first decision. My inner voice is a villain, my tunnel vision's a prison. I talk back, it talks louder, now the room starts spinning. Get a grip, I've been gripping, I'm slipping off of the edge. Every thought is a razor, I'm bleeding out what I said. Overthinking is lethal, put the gun in my head, but it jams every time. Guess my fear wants me dead. Every night is a door between the me that you know, and the version of myself that won't ever let go. Like, why you hiding all your pain, why you scared to explode? I reply, no, nobody's safe from the blow. Now I'm sprinting through the hallways of the mind I built, where every failure's engraved like it's carved in guilt. I try to break out the cage, but the lock won't tilt, cause the warden is myself and the bars are my guilt. I've been locked inside a prison in my skull, where the silence screams and the shadows never dull. Every chain I break makes another one grow. I'm a war zone walking with a heartbeat full of smoke. Yeah, the prison in my skull. And every day I'm digging tunnels no one knows, but every wall I run into feels like home. Guess I'm living in a prison in my skull. Yeah, the prison in my skull. What if freedom ain't a door but a bruise? What if healing ain't a bandage but a truth you refuse? What if you ain't broken, you just ain't learned how to lose? What if these bars ain't chains but the armor I choose? I've been peeling every layer like an onion to paint, trying to find a root cause in the drops of the rain. But maybe storms don't last, maybe chaos just came, cause the world never stops just to spell out your name. I learn people only love you when the spotlight hits, but when the stage goes black they forget you exist. So I built my own kingdom from the thoughts I twist, with a throne made of fears I've been scared to admit. But listen, if pain is the teacher then I better learn well, cause I'm tired of building homes in my personal hell. I've been knocking down walls that I once called shells. If the mind is a prison, then I'm breaking the cell. I've been locked inside the prison in my skull, but I'm breaking through the cracks in the stone I stole. Every waterfall lets a little light glow. I'm a war zone healing with a heartbeat full of hope. The prison in my skull, but the doors swing open when I stand up bold, and the chains fall off when I say I control. I ain't living in the prison in my skull no more, yeah. The walls don't win unless you worship them, and I ain't bowing no more. Not tonight. Not tonight. Shh. Listen close. Silence ain't quiet. It's a monster with patience. I hear the silence creeping in like it's got a motive, pressing on my chest like a weight I never noticed. Shadows on the wall breathe slow like the focus, watching every move while my heartbeat explodes. Every quiet minute feels sharp like glass, cutting through the memories I try to outlast. Trauma in my blood, teaching lessons from the past, but the pain talk louder when the thoughts move fast. Moments where the word outside feel calm, but inside I'm a battlefield covered in alarm. Every whisper in the dark repeat like a psalm. Silence got a voice and it ain't never been warm. When silence starts to scream, it tears right through the seams. A war inside my mind, where nothing's what it seems. When silence starts to scream, it echoes in my dreams. How do I fight a ghost that knows just where I bleed? Look, I've been trying to medicate the panic I've been living with, but silence always dragged me to the edge, I ain't forgiving it. Mind running laps around my fears like it's unlimited. Voices overlapping till the logic gone primitive. Heartbeat stutter like a drum with a glitch. Thoughts flip quick like a blade when it switch. Every quiet second got a blade in the pitch. It ain't the noise, it's the void that's the son of wait. Silence pull over the grin too wide. Slow walk told me let the truth hide. Ain't no sport in the war that's fought inside, but I fight with the fire that I keep denied. Breath cut short like a cord on a violin. Thoughts break in like a thief
that's trying to win. Silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. Silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. No, silence ain't peace, no, silence is sin, cause it traps your voice where the fear begin. Yeah. When silence starts to scream, it tears right through the seams. A war inside my mind, when nothing's what it seems. When silence starts to scream, it echoes in my dreams. How do I fight a ghost that knows just where I bleed? I ain't afraid of noise. Noise tells the truth. But silence is a lie with perfect aim. It waits, stares, listens, and hits you right when your guard drops. The loudest pain is the one nobody else hears. I've been wrestling myself in a cage of doubt, trying to quiet the voices that wanna break out. I slam the door shut but they claw, no drought, turning every quiet second to a nuclear bout. Trying to breathe but the air feel thin, like the room shrinks small and the walls close in. If the silence got a face, it's wearing my grin, cause the enemy I fear is the one within. But listen, I ain't built to fold, I'm built to evolve. Even if the silence never wanna dissolve. If my mind is a puzzle that I can't solve, then I'll burn through the pieces until they fall. I won't cave to a war that lives in the unseen. I'll fight back louder than the fear in between. If silence wanna scream, then I'll answer obscene, cause I'm done being haunted by a ghost routine. When silence starts to scream, I rise above the scene. A kingdom made of scars, ain't as fragile as it seems. When silence starts to scream, I break out clean. If darkness wants my soul, it's gotta go through me. So scream. I'm not scared of quiet anymore.